welcome back. Gute forward, gute wie. It's a happy Easter. Frohe Ostern. Welcome back to Captain Chaos. Welcome back, Fabio. Hello, Alex. Welcome back again. And yes, we are here now in the MD11 luxury liner. What a beauty. Live weather, lifetime in San Francisco. Man, and what a tense situation here in Gothenburg IRL as well now. So last plane we watched was the TUI fly coming from Gran Canaria. It took off 5 hours ago, and now, well, they did a kind of a little detour, and now they're like 16,000 feet again. No idea where they're diverting to now. We'll see. We will see. There's a lot of, I mean, yeah. So the only good airport really that we saw was Oslo, right? Okay, so they start scanning at 2,300 feet, but the warnings come at 1,200, right, Bruno? Right? It's weird, isn't it? Absolutely weird. Nice. What a gorgeous aircraft. Whew. Sheesh. All right, let's get GSX working here. Let's get the jetway. Okay, jetway operating. Really? Hang on. I think I got this. The jetway's not operating. GSX, what's happening? Jetway operation complete. I don't think so. All right. Anyways, let's not get stopped by that. Anyways, beautiful MD11. Oops. Landing gear lever should be down. Oh, hang on. It's not activated. Oh. It took ages to load in. Just give me a second. I'm just going to have to call up the... oh, hang on. There you go. Let me just get my MD11 app running. Just make sure that I have everything good. Logging in. Yeah, it is. It's working. Installed, up to date, 1.28. All right, let me try it one more time to load in. Let me try to load in one more time. It worked this afternoon. I had it running this afternoon after the update, so it does work. But that explains that the jetway didn't work. TUI diverting to Aalborg. Okay, good luck. What's Aalborg weather like? Is it really that much better down there already? Echo Kilo Yankee Tango Aalborg. What? Not really. That's the thing, right? And that's something I don't understand. So it's a different philosophy. Ah, that sounds better. Oh yeah. Aircraft is live. Nice. There we go. Import the flight plan. Here we go. Now in business. San Francisco, Portland. And I'm pretty sure now the jetway will operate, right? Come on. Yes. Nice. Now the jetway operates. Fantastic. So the thing is this, right? So, yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, you know, they're professionals. Don't get me wrong. But I've been taught differently. So I don't choose an alternate airport that has these kind of threats. And I mean, Gus 38, even if it's pretty much from head on, it's still a threat. It's still, you know, prone to have wind shear there. So I don't know. You know, luckily my company made sure that we understand our plan B Has to be an airport that has no threats. Simple as that. Gilent, normally we pilots have to make sure. I mean, dispatch will usually choose a standard airport if they have the time to look over the weather. You have to realize, short range these days, it's not humans that make these flight plans. It's computers, it's AI that's making the flight plans. So they have a certain logic, of course. They will scan the weather and then maybe adjust the alternates. But yeah, we the pilots are definitely the ones. Yeah, that's like recommended or the standard alternate airports. But we pilots then have to make sure that you know, it's a standard in an airport that has no threats. Yeah. Rhinops has like 4 to 5 preferred alternates. Yeah, but that's like Bruno. That's like for, you know, for the sake of you know, costs, etc., right? I mean, good. All right, let's have a look quickly. Let's go and get the battery on.
Autopilot.
Emergency elector arm. While I'm up here, I'm already doing a couple of items here. Those sounds. Oh no.
Engine 1 fire.
Engine 1 fire.
Engine 2 fire.
It's from a bad science fiction film out of the 60s.
Engine 3 fire. Engine 1 fire.
Like, what engineer makes those sounds? Like, seriously. Alright, nav light on. Pinball machine. I know, it's definitely weird. Definitely weird. So unfortunately, it's a bit of a shame. So my MCP here doesn't work, which is a shame. That means that I can take it off actually. Oh, hello, hello. What's happened here now? Give me a second. Hold on, let me just dismantle my cockpit here for a second. Hold on. So why do cockpits always have to be so small? Oh. Just like in real life. There you go. Oh, right. Come on. Let's do normal tracking. Hello. Doesn't work. It's supposed to work. Here I am. Back again. Oh really? YouTube's chat is set to... Oh, that shouldn't be the case. Now the question is, how do I fix that? Ay. Thanks, Bruno. How do I... Can I fix that while on stream? Hold on. Hold on. No, it should be. So comments, chat should be... I honestly, it says here, everyone is allowed to... Hold on, hold on, hold on. Ah, okay, no, okay. Yeah, okay, thanks Fabian, and thanks Bruno. Guys, can you check now, please? Works now, fantastic. There, sorry, apologies for that. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, not intentional. I apologize. Yeah. I guess I accidentally ticked one too far down. Okay, anyways, we are back. And like we said, we're flying the TFDi MD11. And yeah, since the autopilot panel isn't working here for me, so
Stabilizer.
we may as well just do it this way. Anyone flying along? Because I'm going to be on VATSIM now. I'm going to connect. So we are American Airlines 577 and MD11 McDonald connection. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can see one aircraft there. Fantastic. It is an impressive aircraft, isn't it? Incredible. Nice. Beethoven, happy Easter for Ostern. I hope you're doing well. Tui is going south toward Copenhagen. Albert is, yeah, could be. Yeah, but then again, I mean, Copenhagen, I would imagine Copenhagen not really being much better, if you ask me. I mean, I have my doubts that, but I would have to check. Right, why is my EFB not working? Hang on. EFB. Where's, is that the SD? No, SD. There, EFB. Let's make this shortcut. Bam. Save. Okay, cool. Good, so we have got the values here. Trucken 2, Great Fall, Machu Timbers for arrival into Portland airtime 1 hour 17. I'm going to send the flight plan to the FMS. And I'm going to set the payload and fuel. Oh, really? Okay, to 50-20, I would agree. And tempo 18, there I would say no threats, yeah. Dash 8 didn't even try. I mean, GG's. Like, you have to find a point where you're going to say it just makes no sense. It makes no sense to even try. It's just a waste of fuel, right? Waste of energy and just scaring people. And that's all it is. So just accept the fact that you're not going to be able to land in Gothenburg. Good, the alternate is Seattle. So we called American Airlines 577 Heavy. Cruising level 380. Cost the next 32. Yeah, I'll pay the plane. Good. Block. So zero fuel weight, 156.5. So here we go. Zero fuel CG in zero fuel weight. Oh, hang on. That's pounds, isn't it? Yeah, that's pounds. Oh. Options. Weight units. Metric. I would take that. Right, let me set the payload and fuel again, just in case. Payload and fuel set. Fuel is supposed to be 17.5. These fuel values, 17.5. That's too much. Fuel's not set. Oh, I didn't save? Hang on. Oh, right. Correct. Thank you. Right. Payload. Go back. Set payload. That's better. Yeah, thanks for that. There we go. 15 tons of fuel. Much better now. Yeah, 15 tons. 143.6. But let me see now. Takeoff weight, gross weight. Is that correct? So we have 156.6 zero fuel. That's not correct though. What am I doing wrong? 56.6. Let's try that again. Set, payload, and fuel. Right, payload set, it says now. Now it's working. Where we're going, we're from San Francisco to Portland. It says down below, right? San Francisco, Portland. Yep. Right, 23.2, 22.1 takeoff CG. Cool. That's all done. Final 30 minutes 1.7. Is that correct? Just check that real quick. Reserve. So we have 6.1. 6.1. It says 30 minutes. 2.6. See that's a completely wrong value there. So I did calculate with GE engines. What engines do we have here? So we have the CF6, yeah, 80 Charlie 2, yeah, exactly as we have here. How weird though. So we have LA, Oakland ground, but not San Francisco. Right, let me get the weather here. VATSIM, Pilot Edge. We'll take the Pilot Edge. Yeah, but I'd rather go with the higher values, if I'm completely honest. So the fuel flow, 6.5 tons sounds about right for these three engines. So I find this a bit questionable, to say the least. Yeah, so here, right? Yeah, let me put this to the final value we have here, right? 2.7, okay? Because then it'll adjust the extra time. Yeah, that looks better now, doesn't it? Right. So I'm not sure about this. Relators? Do we have relators? Oh, we do. Sorry. Yeah, thanks, Avimar. So let's have a look. We have ILS to it left approaching use, departing to it left, to it right. Okay. So there's no 01. Oh, they're closed. Interesting. Okay, so 28's only in use. On to that. Jacob, I mean, what landing weight are we going to have? About 165. So I honestly... Zoom in, please. So, Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you know, I've not really landed this often, so let me do a approach that doesn't have an absolute crazy approach speed. But that's already a good approach speed, I guess, later on. But I fully understand, yeah. Max landing weight, yeah, you have a crazy fast approach speed, yeah. I have no doubts about that. Now, if they're landing 28 left, they're going to be departing, well, 28 left and 28 right. I mean, there's no 80s here, so I'm going to go with 28 left. So we'll go SID 28 left. Roger that. Okay, so yeah. Now the problem is when I zoom. 28 left. There we go. Trucken departure. Trucken 2. Now we have the Great Falls transition. Insert. Good. So then, Great Fall direct Matsu, Matsu direct, and then the Timbers 4 into Portland. So we're going to press Portland star. The weather in Portland. Let's have a quick look here. Flights. So the weather in Portland today. 270 at 5. So we're going to go with ILS 28 left. Yeah, 28 left coming from the south. The arrival routing is going to be Timbers 4. And then we're going to have Timbers 4. Endpoint is going to be Colch, it seems. Colch. Hold on. Transition. Yeah, okay, so that's going to be Matsu first of all, because that's where we're coming from. Matsu. And then Flower, Schäfer. To it left. Okay, so that's the thing, right? Marver. I can pin that, but I'm gonna have a look on the final. I'm gonna put myself. So we have Maver, Wallop, Hipster, Reedy. No, that's right. So it's more like from Maver, if anything at all, but. Yeah, let's keep it like that. So we're gonna go with the arrival. So we have let's go again from the top here. Matsu. There we go. Matsu. There we go. Matsu. Hoopux, Eyeball, Aeron, Moxie, 240 above, yeah, Portal, Timbers, Vanitz, or Vance, Flower, then Wittmer, and then we've got Wheat and Koch Overfly, and that's it. Then Vectors, and then on the final we have Hannah. So Hipster would be the first one, but Hannah, and then ILS 28 left. How effective would you say the TOLUS weather radar is? Well, I mean, it's getting better. I'm not sure. I've not tried the TOLUS for a while, but apparently, at least an X-plane, it is a 3D weather depiction. So they worked on that. I think that's all published, isn't it? While on Microsoft, it's 2D. So it's only top-down view, if you like. There's no vertical depiction of weather. Okay, so if you have gift success, the flight factor has a new one, and TOLIS is still on the older 2D weather radar. Yeah, okay. Well, if it's only 2D, then of course it's not the best. Good. So we've done that. Routing is in. We have a total distance.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Hold on. Thank you so much. Feel my hate. Thanks for 10 euros. Much appreciated. Let me see if there's a message. So Feel my hate says, really enjoy your content. Keep it up. Grüße aus der Nähe von Nürnberg. Dankeschön. Vielen Dank für die 10 Euro. Dankeschön für den Support. Really, really kind of you. And happy Easter. Frohe Ostern. Really kind. 10 euros donation on YouTube. Thank you so much for that. Big round of applause, as always. Thank you so much. So looking at the chat, they say they do have a 3D one, but not with custom colors. Ah, okay. Isn't it complicated sometimes? Good. We've done that. So that's all done. That's all done. Fuel is done. Let's have a look for the progress. Total distance 502. Here we have 523. That's alright. Guess that has to do with the arrival differences. I'm happy with that. Excellent. So, anything else? We can go have a look at the departure route. So the Trucken to departure means 28 left, 28 right. Flight level 190, max altitude. First of all, we're going to climb on heading 284, 520 feet, at or below 210 knots, then turn right, direct to Trucken. Woo! Sheesh, that's a sharp turn there. Around a little hill there. Fantastic. Should be very nice. So downtown San Francisco to the left. Should be fine. Happy to see that. Right, then we'll go with Nafrat. I'm going to put in San Francisco. San Francisco in here. Oh. Okay. San Francisco. There you go, 15 correct. Okay. So just 520 to 10 max, right turn Trucken, and then from Trucken on the transition, we're going to Great Fall, so 345 Great Fall track. Let's check 520 overfly, Trucken, Great Fall. All good. And top altitude is going to be 190. Oops. 190 it is. And now I have to check if LA Center is responsible for us up here. That's a radar. Just make sure that we're not busting anything here. Nope. Nope. Nope, they're not responsible here. Cool. Alright. That's fine. Excellent. Okay. Let's have a quick look with the items. Now I do have some flows in here. I'll put in San Francisco. I'm looking forward to the flight. Beautiful weather. Should be able to see coastline, and then later on the Rocky Mountains, some of these volcanoes. Good. So let's go procedures. Actually, checklists. We'll go with the MD11 flows. So we have battery, external power, fire test, emergency button, IRS, seatbelts. Okay, seatbelts. No smoking on. Nav light is on. FMS position, IRS inits was set. Has aligned, fantastic. And standby attitude indicator we did already as well, fantastic. So further preparations, then EFB, prepare payload, flight plan charts, etc. Okay, that's pretty much set here. And FMS altimeter set. So let's get this to reset. Okay. And then altimeter was. Altimeter. Weather. Currently 3001. 3001. Oops. 3001 is set, and set 3 times. Fantastic. So then we have the NCP set for departure. So we have 190, and what is it? The heading to it left 284 degrees. 284 degrees. Cascades? I call them Rockies. Later, further north towards Portland. They're not the Rockies? Eh? Right. We're going to do runway 28, NDP 1. Interestingly enough. So takeoff. Page 2. Oh no, it's on the first page. So here we got climb thrust at 1630 and acceleration 3130. Engine out acceleration to it left is gonna be 1700. That is set. Fantastic. Cool. Good. Speed to 50 is good here. Fuel used reset button push. Fuel used reset button then pushed. Excellent. Okay, that's that. Perhaps 2. Next is going to be before start. So we can start the APU already. 2 ways to do it is do it here. And there it goes. Okay, so the west side then at the Washington State are called Cascades. Okay, thanks. Something new learned. Cascades. Nice. I was always under the impression those were the Rockies. Let's decrease. Emergency lights are still disarmed. Let's arm the emergency lights. That's looking good. Right, last thing to do is get the performance for departure. So we're going to take a runway 28 left. Get the weather information. Looks good, 20 degrees. Takeoff weight. We did say it is 171.3. 171.3. Yeah, correct. Let's calculate thrust setting flex, anti-ice non-optimum flaps, packs. Yeah, packs off then. Right, packs off, calculate. So 136, 136, 159, flex 59, flaps 10. So we'll do flaps 10. Gotta take no slow. And wind, headwind component, 1 knot. It's not really much. Let me just put 0 in there. Good. Outside air temperature is 20 degrees. Do we have to put in C for that? Yep. So 363659. That sounds familiar. 363659. Yep. And flex 59. Flex 59. Packs off. Correct. Looks good to me. Happy with that. Nice. Boarding completed. Services. Closed, closed, closed. Everything's closed. Wheel chocks. Let's set the parking brake. Parking brake set. Move the wheel chocks. APUs now available. So I'm going to put the external power off. APU's power is on. So we should be able to see that on the system display as well. If we go to ALIT page, there it is. Yeah, so now we have the APU power on all 3 buses there. Excellent. Alright, then we can disconnect the ground power. You can do packs of takeoff. I believe they're quite common as well. Yeah, probably as well. Yeah. I mean, if it has it as a normal kind of setting there, I would assume so as well. Yeah. Good. Yeah, ICAO did a boring job regarding. Yeah, I agree. Let's select ignition A. Let's get the beacon light on. And fuel pumps are all automatic, I would assume, but interestingly enough, no, that should be automatic, so that's the manual. Oh, APU bleed on, that's why. Of course. Now the off lights should extinguish once the packs start running. Look here, ECS. Yeah. Ah, okay, now. Hang on. Flow. Yeah, now I can hear it. Okay, so is that automatic, like, so it's not allowing bleed to go to the packs at the moment? Oh, because I have ignition selected already. Ah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's it. Makes sense. Yeah. Copy that. Right. Fuel pumps should be automatic anyways later on. Then let's have a look here. Good, so let's do the rest. External power's off, parking brake is on, EFB, doors close. Everything's good. Yeah, now it says engine ignition select, beacon light on. So the packs will go off. Then the auxiliary hydraulic pump 1 down here on. Auto brake selector TO. Now I have to pre-dial the flaps, don't I? I have to go to flap 10. So here. Oops, going to dial flap 10. Takeoff selector, flaps 10. And then read the before start checklist. Before start, aircraft log is reviewed. No issues. Fuel quantity, we have 15 tons. Actually, no, it's a bit more now. It's 5.8 all tanks. So so fuel 17,450 in total. Oxygen checked. IRS is aligned. Altimeter 3001, 40 feet. Check 3 times. Status page. is checked. Takeoff warning
Stabilizer.
is checked. Radar. Let's say that's checked. And below the line, custom forms disregard. Aux pump is on. Takeoff data briefed. Park brake set. Windows closed. Locked. Closed. Locked. So I'll get the doors quickly. How do I see if the doors are actually armed? Miscellaneous. There's no door page here. I could check the cockpit door being closed. Cockpit door is closed. Beacon is on. Ignition A, and the rest is automatic. Next is after start. Good. So next, engine start. So it's going to be 312. So we pull the start switch at 15%, fuel on, and just monitor the engine start. Fantastic. Cool. All right, let's call up GSX. Yeah, but I mean, isn't there like, hang on, isn't there like a button somewhere? Closed. I mean, surely it's not, I don't have to go back and go to each door to arm it? No.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I mean, it looks like slide armed anyways, right? Yeah, but I mean, that's armed, I would say. Yeah, true. That's why. Yeah, last time we flew the cargo version. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Yeah, Quotenwagner, thanks. I just checked. And Quotenwagner, how was your landing in Göteborg? Hello. United pushback truck. Very fitting. Right.
Locking gear.
Oh, got to call in VATSIM 22.8. Hang on. 22. Oh, can't see that. 22.8. Oh, actually, disregard. It's not it. Disregard. We have to go with the charts. So we have here CTAF. Hold on. Ay. Taxi, airport. CTAF. CTAF. Hold on. It's 25, is it? Yeah, CTAF. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Hold on. So we're going to pull back that here.
Release parking brakes.
20.5, yeah. 20.5, I'm right. Can hardly see that. 20.5. Complete realism. San Francisco traffic from American 577 Heavy Fox 13 pushing back. Bricks Reese ready for push.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
I wonder, is anybody flying along here? Well, I see some traffic, but I'm not sure if they are. Nice. So ignition set. So let's start engine number 3. Start valve open. Here's N2 rotation. 15% fuel on. Here we go.
Set parking brakes.
Great push.
Waiting your confirmation.
Good. 312. Starting engine 1. Can we continue with the push? You can't, right? That's finished now.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
15%.
You can disconnect.
Oh, you were the one. Okay, I heard you early with the. Oh, yeah, you were the one that called in for the diversion with Raymond radar. Yeah. Ignition. We have increasing EGT. Fantastic. Starter cut out.
Unlocking gear.
Let's do engine number 2. Start logger. What did I see on the map there? I thought that was a taxi line. It's getting late.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Good, let's get the fuel on. Ignition, EGT, N1. Fornax, hello to you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Bye-bye. Indeed. Parallel approaches in San Francisco now not allowed anymore, yeah. FAA put a stop to that. Good. After start. So, APU bleed remains on. Engine anti-ice as needed. We'll have that off for now. Speed brakes on. Is arm trim set, so we have to go with a stabilizer trim of. Hold on. Check zero fuel weight. Huh? Yeah, 156.5. 156.5. What's the problem with that? Ah, Okay, I have to type that in. Yeah, let's have a look. So the trim setting is supposed to be takeoff 5.5. Wasn't it indicated here? Normally 5.5. I was upset. Flight control panel, nav and prof. So we go nav, and prof. Yeah, nav, prof, armed. Fantastic. Flight control check. Config. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Rudder. Oh, hang on. Hello. Rudder for left, and that's why you do flight control check. For right, neutral. After start, anti-ice is off. APU. Now here it says APU off, but we'll leave the APU on for the packs off takeoff. I would assume. Leave the APU on for now. Helic panel. Good, checked. The rest is all automatic. Flaps. Now let's see flaps. Called up the flaps 10. Looking good. Flaps 10. Yeah, flaps 10. Trim is 5.500 and flight controls checked. Briefing completed. Seatbelts harness fastened. Below the line, V speeds checked. VAD is checked, and flight control panel set. Lights on. Okay, lights to go. So we have. Taxi light. San Francisco traffic. You know, there's an American 577 heavy taxiing active runway 28 left in San Francisco. Yeah, Jacob, that's a good thing, right? So when you get to full travel, it shows green. I agree. Is it still not working? I said everything this afternoon. Yeah, now it's working. Okay, the packs go off automatically on setting takeoff thrust, and the APU does not play a. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So we'll have the APU off then. I have a feeling I'm sitting a bit high here. Or? Yeah, it's a bit high, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. Good, so we're going to cross the one. Oh, there's an aircraft on the runway. Ay. American 577, holding short 01, waiting for departing traffic in San Francisco. Yeah, many flights to Gothenburg got cancelled or diverted. Yeah, we saw live. We did see a couple of diversions. Oh, that's on the taxiway. I thought he's on the runway. Oh, okay, disregard then. Or is he on? Hang on, let me check again. Just to make sure we don't cause an international incident here tonight. No, he's on the taxiway. Okay, so San Francisco traffic, American 577 heavy, crossing one left, one right in San Francisco.
San Francisco traffic, United 380, departing off runway 28 left, San Francisco traffic.
Let's get the strobe lights on as we cross the runway.
San Fran traffic, Delta 2272 heavy, crossing 28 right, 28 left. Okay, it's one left and one right, and Papa 1. San Fran.
Someone taking off in 28 would have had a heart attack now. Good, so I can see there's already a green box here. So we're good for takeoff as it is. Let's just check the items and checklists here. So, flows, MD11, it's been a while. So, let's do taxi. Nose light is on, park brake is off, TCAS, T-A-R-A, TCAS, TCAS, TCAS. 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 T-A-R-A. Right. Go a little bit right here. So TCAS, TA only is fine. Good. So TA only is set. Radar as required. We've got good weather, but nonetheless. Radar. We'll do weather and turbulence here. And then we have to switch. So weather radar on, but I have to take away the traffic. Okay, no, traffic is good. The terrain. Oh my god, where's terrain? Oh, there we go. Weather is on. Cool. Yeah, I can see TCAS is working. Fantastic. Landing lights on. And EAD green box is checked. Take off seatbelts. No smoking. Looking good. Read the before takeoff checklist. Yes, sir. So before takeoff, flaps 10. Spoilers armed, flight controls checked, trim again is 5.50 to 0, seatbelts fastened. We have V-speeds 36, 36, 59. EAD is checked, radar is on, FCP is set, nav and prov armed, and lights are on. Next is after takeoff. And let's see, procedure-wise. Taxi, takeoff, nav probe check, auto flight arm once, okay. For the takeoff, throttle smooth descent, ATS takes over. Rotate at VR, 18 to 21 degree pitch, Jesus. At 10 knots above FR indication, raise the flaps. Okay, fantastic. Ooh. So no one on final. San Francisco traffic, American 577 heavy lining up, departing 28 left in San Francisco. Strobes are on, lights are on. Cabin crew prepare for departure. Fuel's looking good. Approach sector is still clear. Fantastic. Whoop! Hello, hello. Right, there we go. That's better. Cool. Aviator, hello. Yeah, maybe you have your axis wrong way around. So 520, right, 210 max. You were the observer. Okay, that's strange. Cool. Guys, Yokan looking good. Let's go. Let's do this. So auto thrust, auto flight is armed. Let's go 70%. There we go. All bleeds off. You're right. Bleeds are all off now. Prof armed. Yeah, good power. Thrust set. 80 knots checked. Here we go. V1. Rotate. Blimey, that's a rocket today. Falls right. Gear up. Bit wind from the right, actually. Ooh, nav 1. Ah, look at the pitch here. Blimey, 20-degree pitch. It's keeping the speed. Rocket man. So 520, but I guess we have to go.
Traffic Delta 2272 heavy departing runway.
Stabilizer motion.
Big left on the Western 5 center.
Crazy. 210 maximum. Climb thrust set. Let's go 25-degree bank. Here we go. 250 knots for the speed. Pitching down. Slats retract. Actually, flaps retract. Just as slats out now.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, flaps coming up. Slats coming up. There's a wide turn. Right, we're heading to Oakland. Oof, I'm exhausted. Auto flight. Autopilot 1.
San Francisco traffic, Shamrock 961 heavy, we're descending right at Bodega 4.
That is a
We're
big,
going to enter a left downwind for
sporty,
28 right,
right?
28 right, localizer for San Fran. San Francisco traffic, JetBlue 2615 descending via Bodega 4 arrival. Currently passing Lobby X, flight level 180, going to be setting up for the 28 right approach. San Francisco traffic.
So trucking 10,250 knots. Yeah, then we go left. Fantastic. Top climb 190. That's fine. Yeah. Got the above speeds there. Now we're accelerating. Look at that. Beautiful. San Francisco background. Gold Gate. Nice. I did not arm the D-rated climb. No, should I have? Nobody told me to. First Ryanair diverted Copenhagen. The other one is going to try to land in Gothenburg. Interesting. Okay, well, crazy stuff tonight, right? Then left. Now, the weird thing is... Oh, I didn't stop the APU. I just stopped the bleed there from the APU. But yeah, on takeoff, we saw that. On takeoff, it took the bleed away automatically. So that's good to know for the next time. Cool. Right. I'll leave the lights on here in the US because 18,000 is the transition. We'll disarm the spoilers. Dial flaps back to 15. And then auto brakes and hydraulic pump is already off. Now we just have seatbelts and no smoking. pitch is looking alright. Let's get the seatbelts auto. No smoking remains on. Not bad at all. Quite happy with that. That's Oakland below us there. If you had a chance to fly GSE MD11 as a German cargo, would you have taken it? I'm not sure. So back then, the routing was interesting to say the least. So I wouldn't have really liked the stopovers. And then, you know, cargo ops is a bit different. So you have no cabin crew. It's interesting, but on a different level. Well, let me go and climb up. What was it, 340 or 380? What's the flight plan? Flight plan says... Flight plan didn't say 380. So 380 it is. 380. Here we go, here we go. So we're going to pull on that. 2992 standard. Doesn't it say standard when you pull on that? No, just 2992. Standard percent. So let's look at the taxi takeoff after takeoff. So spoilers disarm, auto brakes off, dial flap set to 15. Done that. And then read the after takeoff checklist. After takeoff, landing gear up, lights out, flaps slats up, retracted, spoilers disarmed, auto brakes off, flaps select to 15, EAD is checked. After takeoff checklist completed. Nice. It doesn't say standard, it just goes either 1013 or 2992. Thank you. Hey Chris. Well, Chris, I'm happy to hear that you got everything working now. Yeah, I mean, always. The control setups in Microsoft are a pain in the backside as you road. And then it gets worse. Every time you have a different livery, literally you have to do and map the or match the controls again to your aircraft type. I mean, they are there, they're stored, but they're not matched, you see. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't pre-select any altimeter settings then. Yeah. Cool. Let's dial the sounds down a bit. Pretend we have our voice competent headsets on. Yeah, it is a really bad UI, Microsoft control setups. I don't know what rode them to do that. Good idea, Goat Friend, yeah. Save them on a file, yeah. Point raise in the background there. Chris, where or which version do you have? Do you have Store, the Microsoft Store, or the Steam version of MS2024? Store version. One second. system app data. Good. Double check this. So, Chris, it should be like app data, local packages, and then your Microsoft folder. Okay. The Microsoft folder. And then system app data, WGS. And then there's lots of folders in there. I'll post to the link here. Yeah, so if you go to your WGS state, those should be all those control files there. Yeah. Apparently, on flightsim.to there is a app. The Microsoft Control Profile Backup.
Flight traffic 961 heavy, 5 miles now, straight right.
So this tool here, hang on. Have a look here. Oh, hang on, sorry, I misspelled that. Hold on, sorry. There we go, that's the correct link. So maybe that helps. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's been a long day today. Now I'm still on CTAF. Should I go to 22.8? Yeah. Okay, so the thing is this, Matt, Psycho, so in these weather conditions where you have strong winds, it's not uncommon for the wind to change drastically, especially when you are, or when you have a low pressure area that moves quite fast. So the wind could change, you know, in 10-15 minutes, you know, from gust 50 down to gust 40, gust 35. Potentially then allow you to do the approach. It's a bit risky to do that kind of you know, waiting, and it all depends on how much fuel you have. But if I look at, I just looked at the Windy website there, and honestly,
Altitude.
yeah, 1,000 feet to go, checked. And honestly, I don't know. This looks horrible. So here's Gothenburg. And that looks pretty steady for now. So that's the forecast for tomorrow morning. But right now, I mean, 1900, 21. Yeah, now it's getting better, isn't it? But again, it all depends, right? Or maybe they've just decided to go into holding to look at some, you know, valid plan B. So they probably have a bit of extra fuel, which allows them to carefully plan their next actions, which is always a good idea. I mean, you know, haste makes waste. So if you're under pressure, time pressure to make a decision, usually you don't make the best decisions, right? So just to be able to allow yourself to do 15-minute holding patterns, to go through, you know, weather data, trends, talk to your company, ops center maybe, and then make a good decision. Because right now, I would imagine if they divert, that's it for them. They're going to be end of their duty time, night curfew, whatever. So they probably will not be able to fly on. So then it's a good idea to talk to your company, to make sure you go somewhere where you have options like buses, hotel rooms, those sort of things. Right? Yeah, but Chris, it's always good to have a backup of the profiles because, trust me, you don't want to do that again for all the aircraft you have. So at the moment it's a bit less than when we landed, yeah. So quick look here. Is that it? Oh yeah, so there we go. So he's waiting. Now, honestly, oh, it is written back Sunshine. Really? Is he? Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah. 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 Yeah, so Chris, I mean, if you have any questions, just post them to Senshai on our Discord. Yeah. Oh, hang on, what's my... That's my camera thing. Ah, there we go. This is a nice aircraft. Looks good. What the holding emergency? I don't think so. I think that they're really waiting now to see if the weather conditions improve. Yes, I did fly IRL. Here's my career in a couple of words. 30 years of flying it. S-Pilot, welcome. Right, let's see. So, Meta. Echo Sierra. So right now, yeah, still 29 gusts 42. Yeah, currently I'm still 777-787 rated, yeah. Officially until June or something. And then my ratings run out. I don't plan to... Oh, you! Sorry, okay, you currently 777-787 rated. Nice, GG's. Beautiful aircraft. 787, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Nice. G90 is gorgeous. Ah, they are reverting now? Okay. Yeah, like, I assume, again, I assume they just talk to the company or, you know, had a look at the weather around them. And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I would not be surprised. How long have they been flying? An hour ago. I would not be surprised if they go back to Gdansk. I would not be surprised. So that way the aircraft is back in Gdansk and they, you know, they can then next morning start up normally again. But I mean, for the passengers, it's annoying, isn't it? What about the other Ryanair? Has it already landed, or? Ryanair. 68 Bravo Juliet. No, it's still flying. Hang on. But that's Dublin to Birmingham. That's a completely different flight. That has nothing to do with Gothenburg. Who is paying for hotel and other things if you have to divert? I mean, if you can't, I mean, it depends on the country and the rules and regulations there. But so normally, if you cannot organize a bus transfer to your destination, so let's say they land somewhere in Stockholm and then they organize buses to bring the passengers to Gothenburg, that's fine. But if you can't organize buses, normally you would have to get hotel rooms for your passengers. And then, but I'm not a lawyer. Again, don't take this for 100% certainty. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Martin. For the company, like, it makes a lot of sense to go back to the departure airport. Just like I say, a lot of passengers are then able to go back home, or those that are actually living in Gothenburg, they can get a hotel room in Gdansk, right? And then tomorrow they can try again to fly from Gdansk to Gothenburg. They can be rebooked by Ryanair, right? So the problem is always, the issue is always if you then land somewhere on an alternate field and you run out of duty time. That's always a very expensive option. Currently I have a 777-787 type rating. But like I said, I've officially retired from the airline I was working for, Lufthansa. And now I'm just going to be flying Cessnas, small 172 Cessnas, whenever I like and the weather is good. And my rating officially runs out in June, I think. I'll have to check my license, but... What a gorgeous day today. Look at the weather. Beautiful. Really nice. It was Cape Town to Frankfurt. So Frankfurt, Cape Town, Frankfurt. Those were the last flights. Harry, I was very fortunate. I was very fortunate to be at a big airline that has long and medium, short, and short range, medium, and long range. And then, I mean, to have to offer the option to fly the 747, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. So we did have a video of me. Hang on. Let's see. On the 747. So it's really bad quality, but let's have a quick look here. That's the Cape Town drones. Where were the... where do I have it? There's so many files here. Okay, can't show you that because that's that doesn't have the... Although that captain isn't flying anymore, I think he's retired as well, so that wouldn't be too bad. But at least I have a picture of me flying 747, long time ago. That was 2007. That's actually my last flight from Tokyo, Lufthansa 711. That's where the 711 comes from. Long history. That's my grandfather here, flying the Fuga Magister in the German Air Force after it got established again in '56, I think it was. Yeah, so he was instructor on the Fuga Magister. And this is my dad flying the F104 in Memmingen. It's a long history. I had a file somewhere that I actually pixelated the other crew members. Yeah, Lee, the picture, yeah, that was from my last 747 flight, yeah. And you saw the paper charts back then. Crazy, right? That's how old I am. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Hang on. I think that's the file, but that's not the pixelated one. Hold on. That's not the pixelated one. Where is it? At least booting up PNG. And yeah, I hope. I mean, this year is lining up to be great, right? We've got the Vector 787 announced, and PMDG 747 at some stage. I don't know, Lee, what registration? I have no idea. I would have to check my logbooks. Which I want to try an RP approach with profile mode. Yeah, we could try that later on. Yeah, sure. Did you ever get to do manual performance calculations? Yeah. Yeah, Harry. Yeah, we did. I think the first 4.5 years on the 737, it was all paper documents, paper performance charts that we had to fill out, and even on the 747, pretty much, I would say maybe halfway through, we had paper documents, and then only towards the end of my 747 career that we actually then start to have our first laptops with the performance software. Yeah, let me see if I can find that that file. Yeah. Oh yeah, I flew the Victor X-ray. Yeah, absolutely. It's quite funny, Lee. When yesterday I saw on the news, I saw Papa Yankee, and I thought, when did I fly that last? And that was in 2018. It's not that long ago, actually. 8 years ago. And that aircraft was like pretty much 30 years old back then, I think. So crazy. And that's an Airbus. So let me see the Victor X-ray. Yeah, I remember that one. Was that the one that had the nose gear collapse? Yeah. So the last time I flew the Victor X-ray was in 2007 from Singapore. Oh, and actually Frankfurt to Singapore. Yeah. Yeah, even have the names of the captain of the. I was a senior first officer back then. Yeah. That's not long before I actually changed to become a captain. Huh. Oh, you were born in 2007? Yeah. Crazy, right? Yeah, I became a captain back then. That's how long ago it is. That's how old I am. Even though I don't feel like that, but... Well, sometimes I do feel old. I'm searching for the video, but typical me, I put it somewhere in a folder somewhere where I think it makes sense, but then I don't find it anymore. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Ah! Hang on. I'm just going to check if the other crew members are pixelated, and then I can show you guys. Yeah, okay, that's the one. It's a short video only. It's really bad quality, but that's just the way it was back then. That's in 2000. Oops, can you believe it? 2000. But that's proof. That's me. A little bit more chubby-faced back then. Long-range flying. That was the time that I had gained weight. I think 2002 was the time when I reached my point where I said, oh, I've got to change something. That was on the way to Jakarta. So I remember that. We were from Singapore to Jakarta, shuttle flight. Used to love those flights. Really nice and kind of relaxed. Only like 50, 60 passengers. 2-hour flight time or something. Yeah. Yeah, back then we even had Bangkok to Manila shuttle. It's great routing over Vietnam and so on. Yeah, I remember that really well. Well, I mean, they're opening up again. Frankfurt to Kuala Lumpur, for example, with the 787. Yeah, so, yeah, and everything changed in 2001. There we go. Good old printouts. The monochrome FMS. S-Pilot, well, my pleasure. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I was still a little FO back then. Not even SFO back then. So I changed, I moved to the 747 in 1999. But cool sunglasses, right? S-Pilot, you started flying in 2015. Nice. Also, 11 years. That's already a long time, yeah. Oh, I agree, midair. I fully agree. We need a good 747-400. And you know what? Honestly, I don't need any fancy flight model improvements in a sense, you know. It doesn't have to fly like the absolute 100%, you know, real 747-400, but as long as it feels a bit heavy, right? So they do something in that regard. And then just no hassle, just no gimmicks for landing, right? Just leave it as it is, and you know, some inertia, some weight to it, and that's it. Yeah. I think this year, if we're lucky, we get the 747-100 from PNVG this year, and then yeah, maybe next year the 747-400. They take ages these days to get the planes out. Yeah, I mean, even though per se P3D was a really big mixed bag, but to some extent, at least, you know, power settings and speeds, and in some way the way the simulation worked in P3D, you had a feeling, yeah, the aircraft was heavy, right? But who knows? Now that we have inertia tensor points here in and automakers can adapt their aircraft model to these inertia tensors, who knows? Hopefully things will change. Lee, yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just, I guess, for content creation, you know, people are used to this, and people complain when I'm streaming X-Plane, right? Even though X-Plane with the orthos, so map enhancements, looks okay. I mean, but still people. You're weird, of course, ever so slightly. Am I really? Am I really? Hang on. I don't see that. Not to mine. Oh, you mean like with the discussion? Good VATSIM radar. I don't know. Cool. Right, let's check the descent. So let's have a look here. Top descent. That's 25. 25. In about 15 minutes. So let's see. Can we get the weather? Menu. Oops. Jeez, that's weird. It's menu ACARS. Weather. Do we have control now? Weather radar. So let's get Portland. Delta X-ray, and also Seattle as the alternate airport. Seattle. So, Seattle is 3408, northerly winds 3007, broke 24,000. Okay, so, and Portland has 280 at 310 miles, broke 25,000, beautiful weather, 22 degrees, nice and warm, 3001. That's gorgeous, gorgeous weather. Yeah. So the thing is, so Martin, one thing I can't do because of the hardware acceleration that I had to turn off because of OBS streaming. So if the solution would be to do a dual PC stream setup again. So have a gaming PC and a streaming PC. Then I can go gaming PC hardware acceleration on, and then I could actually use the NVIDIA motion something, which then is like so for the Vulkan engine, graphics engine, like a DLSS, where you can have frame generation. And then, you know, if you have 40 FPS, let's say, in-game, you can dial it down to 30, double that through frame generation, and then you have a nice smooth 60 FPS, you know, simulation. But yeah, at the moment I can't do that. So, and you know how expensive PCs are. So the whole investment to get a streaming PC at the moment. So I'm really hoping for the multi-threading improvements. You know, and I don't need 60 FPS, so 50, steady 50 FPS in X-Plane without any gimmicks with frame generation. That would be all I need. That would all. That's it. Then I can really enjoy some nice smooth gameplay or simulation, since it's not a game. The rotate. When was the last update? Because I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I flew on the MD11 rotate next one. Yeah, I mean the replay function, sure, it's great. Yeah, no, DDR5 RAM. I looked at some mini PCs. Because really, you don't need a good graphics card for the streaming PC. Right? You can, if you just do streaming PC just for streaming and rendering, there you need a good CPU, which should be, you know, price-wise should be better. And yeah, you also don't need much RAM. I mean, I still have some RAM lying around somewhere that I could put in there. If it fits, that is, right? A mini PC, you know, I don't know. It's a nightmare at the moment. What time is it? 11:15. Cool. Right, let's have a quick check here. Let's go to the progress page. Then go to progress. So we have 2.8 left for landing. And 9.2 tons. 9.2. We have min diversion 6.2, so we're about 3 tons extra. So it's actually not burning as much as we thought it would. Yeah. There are many different... chase plane is nice, Incubus, yeah, I agree. Chase plane is nice. It's not necessary, but it's nice to have. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, at the moment, at least, the AI bubble seems to burst a little bit, so... Who knows? Maybe we will get some decreasing prices at some point in the near future. Okay, so you have to do the plan with -3 to -4%. Okay, thanks. Yeah, yeah, it looks like it. So it does look like as if the fuel flow here in the aircraft is actually. That's something we've seen in many add-ons. So the fuel comparisons between SimBrief and real-world data compared to the in-game fuel flow. There's very few aircraft where it actually is correct here in Max FlightSim. Bruno. Good news. PMG said they have no plans to implement the new Microsoft Flight Sim inertia physics. Oh no. I mean, sure, right? It's a lot of work, I guess. A lot of work and tweaking and... You mean the Aerosoft Tolis 340-600? I'm not sure. The last time I had to dial down the SimBrief fuel flow by 3% or something. Unless they tuned it now. Yeah. So Apple RAM prices are less prone to these oscillations. Okay. I mean, Quotenwagner, who knows? Right, but we don't go into politics. But who knows the fallouts over the next couple of months, even if the war is finished soon. Yeah, it's going to take some time for everything to calm down again. Yeah, for sure. Good. Let's do the preparations, shall we? Let's go performance. Do we have landing performance? We don't, do we? So all we can do is go here. Data X-ray. Well, we have the SimBrief, I think. That's the only place we can do that. Let's localize it to 8. And landing distance stuff we have here. So we have available to it left here 3,350 meters. That's plenty. That is plenty. Let's do flows. Climb. Descent preps. So weather info is obtained. AFB FMS prepare and check. So approach. Let's do a flap 28 landing, shall we? Can we do... How do we... Oh, no, sorry, this route. That's right. So it's 35 or 50. Let's do 35 landing. flat landing. That's the one. Not 28. So 35 flat landing, we'll leave that. Landing weight 165, length 11,000 feet. Okay. Did anybody check the Ryanair that has just diverted from Gothenburg? Where that is heading? I'm curious. Oh, the Arnf. Okay, Jacob. Yeah, if you talk me through it, then sure. Because right now I would not know how to program that. Let's do landing. Good. So here it is. 28 left. We'll have flaps 35. It's only max manual brake setting. I mean, factored 1800. I mean, I know that with max manual that there's no problem. It looks like it. So you can only get max manual. Well, then it's no good anyways, is it? It flies like a brick, flaps 50 and seems to resist inputs. Okay, that's no good then, is it? Oh, really? It's a landing performance when you're in the sky? Really? Hang on. What did I miss? Performance. Oh, you're right. Yeah. All good then. Here's the weather. Looking good. Aircraft. Get landing weight. Calculate. Yeah, thanks for that. Cool. There we go. So estimated is about 2,000 meters. Auto brake minimum, medium 60. Yeah, let's take minimum then. Minimum calculate 2,000 meters, 35. Perfect. Either go non. 2,000. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. And the Ryanair from London is holding. And the other Ryanair that came from Gdansk is going back to Gdansk. Correct? Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Doesn't make sense, doesn't it? Good. So let's go. Flight plan. We'll go to approach runway. There we go. 28 left. Start. And so we'll take the RNP. Zulu, I guess. Zulu 28 left, correct? Zulu 28 left. Same with that minimum profile. Okay. Minimum profile. Charts. Hope this goes well. Yeah, the background noise there with the got the wind noise. Let's go approach. Left piece. All right. Via Rogue or whatever how that's pronounced. So let's get rid of that again. Oh, that which was correct. So the minimum is 400. 400 feet. Okay. So let's check the flight plan now. So we have the arrival again, vectors, Hannah, Adum is the final descent, 0.3 degree down, and the total distance is 6 miles. There we go. Yeah, 6 months, correct. So it's geometrically correct. Yeah, I'll always round up to the next 10 feet. Thanks, Jacob. Okay, so 400. Anything else I have to do now? Ryanair's holding in the holding is descending. Let's see if they try to land. Yeah, keep me updated, please. Exciting stuff. Good, so that's done. We've done the performance approach page. So we are now planning for the RNAV approach, this one. So final approach point, Adum. So what do I have to press then? Approach land or nav prof? There we go, here we go to descend now. Let's go down. Let's go down 18,000. There we go. Right, we have to send, and on the profile initially, it's going to be restricted to Moxie level 204s or above, and then portal between 24-16. Yep, 270 knots. Timbers 12,000 above. Vans window between 11 and 15, 250 knots. And then flower between 7 and 9. Then we go Wittmer between 5 and 6, 230 knots, correct. And then Wheat and Kolch at 5,000 exactly, 210 knots. Cool, excellent. It's like the LNAV, VNAV in on the 777. So we go nav and prof, and then I guess you open up the speed window as well. Squall line normally, yeah, squall line, like a line of thunderstorms. Is that in the METAR right now? Yeah, from the radar, it's fine. There's no thunderstorms there at Gothenburg now. Good. So we have FMS set, nav aids. Well, we didn't RNF approach, but I mean there are maybe a couple of nav aids we can set. Let's have a look. Yeah, battleground, right? 16.6. So let's go. BTG 16.6 there. Just as a backup. We don't need it, but just for general. Map. There we go. It's now on the left hand side here. So press this button here, VR1. 104 miles, 33,000 feet. Looking good. On profile. Good. Alright. Oh, it's Echo Sierra Golf Tango. So they have thunderstorms and squall line. You could use the FMS speed as well. Automatically slows down to pink dot speed. Okay. Pink dot speed. But I mean, I'm one of those old school people that yeah. So Barrow 400 we said for the rooms. So just north of Gothenburg. How come they have squall line? I just checked the radar picture. I don't see any squall lines there. So 777 driver says TFDi does not have a true RNAV approach capability. It tries to follow the profile, which, given there's no approach logic programmed, is so, yeah. So yeah, the only thing really, I think like in here in the Max Flight Sim is, you know, I check the geometry, right? So you have your final approach point altitude, your distance to the runway, and your slope down. And if that matches up with the chart, then it should be fairly close to being correct, right? No guarantees though, of course. And then in the end, yes, you have to have the right altimeter setting as well. Otherwise it won't work properly. Good, let's descend. Continue to descend according to the arrival. Seatbelts on, okay, let's do the seatbelts on. Landing lights is needed in range checklist is next, okay. And then we have the approach. Altimeter, spoilers are auto brake set, okay. Well, I'm going to set the auto brake already. I mean, there's no point in delaying that, is there? So we put minimum auto brake here. Probably on the spoilers maybe. And then we'll descend 10,000. According to the profile, altimeter is 3001. I'll check the weather in a minute. So let's go 3001 is set. Let's do an update here. Some weather. Portland. Send. Ryanair on final turn. Okay, now it's getting interesting. Ay. Let's keep fingers crossed. He will be the first for like 5 or 6 hours to land in Gothenburg, right? Ooh, we're pretty fast here. Look at that descent. Whoa. Speedy Gonzales. Andale. So 3001 is already set. Then let's try a in-range checklist, shall we? In range. Altimeter 3001, 24,000. Check 3 times. Windshield anti-ice on. Seatbelts on. Lights. Okay, let's turn the lights on. Status page. Aircast message. We'll check that in a minute. All the yep, looking good. Seatbelts harness fastened. Hydraulic fuel remains on automatic. Good. Approach brief. So we fly the RP approach. 28 left, according to the arrival. And we did brief, not this one. We did brief the final point. Adam, 3 degree down, 283 inbound. Missed approach point is the runway 28 left. From there we climb straight ahead, 2,100 feet, and then left turn direct to Newburgh. Got to set that. Number 2. And we'll climb 4,000. Sector 58, contour layers 2,000 would be safe. So it's not high here. Some terrain there. That would be 3,000 safe or 3,100 safe. But yeah, near the airport it's definitely fairly flat. And then after landing we shall turn to the right, Bravo 2 or Echo. Preferably Echo if we can make it to the terminal. Anyone know which are the heavy gates here in Portland? Anyone know? Let's see. Because these should be the small ones, right? Is it more like on this side, Concourse Delta? Another thing we have to check is we have to check the CTAF. Let's do CTAF.CTAF Kilo Papa Delta X-ray. 23775. I'm going to dial that in already. 23775. Hey, Star Miner. There's a dedicated page, status. Yeah. Okay, so that's what you check then when it says status check. Okay. Good. Briefing completed. Altimeter, yeah, set 3001. Minimum's baro 400 feet. Radio's tuned. Well, there's one more I want to tune, and that was the for the missed approach. Uniform Bravo Golf. Uniform Bravo Golf on the right hand side. That should be 17.4. Then we'll activate the right VOR. There we go. Now it's showing. Cool. Beautiful. Alrighty. Then let's just concentrate now on the approach. Nexus before landing. We could theoretically think about the so landing rate here is armed. What we could do as well is okay, but hang on, what landing runway is it? If they change that, weather. ATIS, real. Okay, well then we have to take 10. No. So it's still a Timbers 4, but a Flower going to turn left then. Yeah, thanks for that. There's your problem. Yeah, I just thought wind, but it's only 3 knots wind from the west, isn't it? So we'll. Didn't I select the RF approach? So Zulu, we'll take the 10 left. And then minimums, charts, approach, to left, 10 left, Zulu, there it is. Good. Minimum's 365, so we're going to put 370 in there. 370 it is. Insert. So transition now via micro. Insert. Okay, now we're good. Yeah. So now it's the other way around. We'll come via Flower. 7,000, 9,000, full 7 and 9, sail between 8 and 6, hazy at 5 to 10 knots, brew, and then pub. Then we'll see if we go direct to micro and do the approach from there. And again, the final approach descent point is a Blazer at 2,000 feet, 3 degrees. And
Altitude.
It's a 6 mile. Hello. So there we go. 10,000 feet. So yeah, we'll see. 103. 103 is looking good. Alrighty, track looks good as well. Fantastic. Then let's go down to 5. So we're on profile, meaning it should respect the limitations.
Portland traffic, Buffett 476, clear runway 10 left, Portland.
Let's also go put this to below on the TCAS. Below. Additional drag, okay. 255. I'm going to put some slats out. Slats 1. There they come. Beautiful. Look at this, beautiful, alright. Lovely area. And there we go. Some of the volcanoes in the distance. Beautiful. Nice. Gorgeous. Like it. Really, Ryanair gave up. Thanks for the update, Psycho. Ryanair gave up and diverting to Copenhagen as well. Blimey, that means no landed traffic for ages, like 6 or 7 hours now. And the Ryanair from London went around as well. Nathan, thank you much for the update. Delta 15, 13 gates for the heavies. Thank you much. Vital, appreciate that. So let's have a look. Delta 15, Delta 13. Delta Month 15 date. So yeah, this one here. Okay, on the corner there. Appreciate that. Thank you. Cool. So between 7 and 9 at 4. Okay. Good. Ooh, hang on. That's a tight turn there, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Yeah, let me just go outbound initially, 5,000, then go on a base, redirected base, and then we'll go direct to direct to the final there. Tide. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to rush things here. We'll go to vertical speeds. Vertical speeds. There you go. Yeah, that's what I think. You know, Ryanair will definitely look for the cheapest way out, right? I'm not criticizing that. It's just the way they operate. So they operate within the legal framework, but obviously they are looking into the cheapest solutions for them as well, right? So the Arcas message, the latest weather here in Portland, 300 still. Okay, interesting. So coming down to... Now we can already go to flaps 15 if we want to. Well, I don't want to really. I'm going to stay here 240 knots initially, but we have to slow down as well now, don't we? 210 at Hazy. Okay, so then I'm going to put 210 knots. And 5,000 feet. There we go, 210 knots. Put the flaps to 15. Oops, excuse me. Would you mind opening up your blinds? Thank you very much for that. Flaps 15. Portland traffic, American 577 Heavy is currently on a downwind runway 10 left in Portland. Hey, Organ Aviator. A-level exams in 5 weeks. Oh, I wish you all the best, Organ, for that. Yeah, it's a tough time, isn't it? So let me clear that out.
Altitude.
Clear that out.
Altitude.
And then we just go outbound, and then we'll go direct to... There we go, heading... Here comes 5,000 to 10 knots, fantastic. And Tidy has to be at... 2,300, so we have to lose a couple of miles there. Okay, so prof and nav mode, but I will select the speed manually. Put the approach page here. 95 knots. So hold 5,000. I'm going to dial down 2,500. Now we've got to be careful though with the terrain. So I'm going to go direct to Tidy. Not allowed. What? Huh? Direct. Not allowed. Maybe because I'm still flying away from it. So 2.5. Let's turn. I need to copy tidy and put it in. Oh, that way round. Oh, hang on. No, but it's not allowed. Hold on. So direct to, if I click on tidy, look, it says not allowed. That's the problem. Return to actual flight plan. So these 2 points here or what? Or oh no. Tango, yeah, Delta Echo. Tango. Not allowed. ID? No. No, just Tango, Indy, Delta Echo. Yeah, but not on vectors anymore. It doesn't say vectors anymore on flight plan, you see? I mean, I can try direct laser if that helps. Okay, that would work. Okay, that works. Let's do nav. Okay, that works at least. So down we go 2000. And we have to be down 2000 there. Here comes gear down. Flaps 28. Why can't I choose the speed? Oh, there we go. Now I can. Because of the flaps. Good. Okay, so inbound to here. Decrease. Yeah. But, I mean, no worries. But I have to get down to 2,000 feet first of all. And then once I'm at that, because if I activate it now, I'm high in the profile. It'll dive down, won't it? That's the worry that I have. Go flaps 35. And then speed should be 150. Good, we've got everything set. Let's check the...
2500.
It's checked. So before landing, lights on, spoilers armed, outer brakes min, landing gear down 4 greens, flaps 35, and that's the before landing checklist complete. Alright, so now let's press profile, hold 2000. So we have to dial down what the minimums? 400. Profile to 400.
Stabilizer motion.
But currently it has hold 2000. Yeah, come on. Dive! Dive! Idle. Right, let's get ready to take over. Oh my god.
Autopilot
Yeah, so yeah, I get it now. Yeah.
Stabilizer motion.
Oh, come on. Power. Oh, no.
1000.
Right, let's go visual.
Stabilizer motion.
Let's go visual here.
Stabilizer motion.
Let's recover. Right, 1 white, 3 red. Flight director should go off. Where's the flight director button? Where is? I don't see the flight director button. Right, I'm gonna look through it. Right, on path. Right, let's get the aircraft nice and stable. Come on. Order traffic, American 577 Heavy, Sonner to my final. 10 left in Portland.
500. Approaching minimum. 400. Minimum.
Continue.
300.
It's so pitch sensitive. In the sense, not sensitive for controls, but the descent rate, you have to really be careful.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, nice. Reverse unlocked. Speed brakes should be up.
Now that's how pros do it.
Oh, we're paid for the full runway. We'll take the full runway. Any brakes? Oh, I probably saw only 28 left frequency. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so 777 driver, you were correct. It's not a true VNAV path profile mode. Yeah. And of course then that becomes somewhat problematic, right? Let's get the flaps up. Because then, of course, you get high in the approach, and we had to switch to visual approach, try to salvage that. Actually, we actually went low because, hey, Brett San, good morning. Because we went low because obviously it was an idle descent, so there was no vertical path there. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Sorry for the late arrival. What time is it? Almost midnight. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, but nice. I have to say though, the flare felt really nice. It felt really good. Don't know what it is. Much more controlled. I don't know what they did. And Vital, that's your home airport. Nice, beautiful area. So Quotenwagner, are you still on, or are you in the approach or something, or? Because otherwise I'll switch the frequency. 23775, correct? No, it's not. Hang on. CTAF. But I don't get it. 23775 is what do you get CTAF when you type in CTAF for Portland? Yeah, but 18.7, yeah, you're right. 18.7 should be for the left one. It's confusing. So much easier, just have one frequency. 22.8. Yeah, vital. Yeah, no worries. I'm always, always up for inputs regarding, special approaches like out of approaches and so on. So no harm done. And now at least we know that it's not a true final ascent mode, right? So let's start the APU here. Lights, yep, taxi light is on. High intensity is off. Then stabilizer 3 nose up. Yeah, difficult. I am not so familiar with the procedures here in the US with CTAF. I'm always happy when they only have one frequency. 3.0 is fine. So 3.0 flaps, that's retracted, auto brakes off, radar off. So we go radar off, down here as well. Off, there's off as well. Cool. Radar's off, oxygen pressure checked, and the rest is shut down. Fantastic. Cool. No, so the thing is, I honestly... So if the TriStar had cost maybe, 35 with tax $40, I would have maybe bought it. But the thing is, the problem is for me, I'd probably only fly it once or twice and then it'll be rusting in the hangar.
Portland traffic. Alaska 235, final approach, visual 10 right.
Portland traffic, Delta 1373 is on 14-mile final with RNAV for runway.
Oh, you're right, the flat direct button. Here it is. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I was tunnel visioned trying to get the aircraft down somehow. So windshield heat can come off, I think, as well. APU is available, fantastic. So Delta 15. Here's one. Oh no! It's taken. But he said 13 is also a long range, right? So let's see, 10 right. Kortenwagen, is that you approaching 10 right now? No, it's fine. We'll take 13. I think both. Somebody said just 13 and 15. Okay, that's you on the final approach. Then hang on. So you're turning final. Okay, let me just park quickly and then watch your landing. At least it's a 767. I don't care. He's on my position there. Right, let's stop right here. Get the parking brake on. Get the APU power on. Come on, give it to me. Thank you. Cool. All right, let's go quickly. Let's have a look here for the runways. He said 10 right, correct? So Kortenwagner 10 right you called in, not left, just to make sure. Bretson, how are you doing? Nice to see you. You're in Japan. 7 in the morning. Good God. Okay, there you go. Camera's ready. Just waiting for you to come in. Let's get the beacon off. Lights off. Ignition is off. Pretty much automatic, isn't it? Nice. And then we'll just have the GSX. Hang on, change facility. Let's go Delta. Okay. So let's see. Oh, there he is. Ah, just in time. Just. Oh, hang on. There's one left coming in as well. Who's who? Who is who? No, it's at the left side here. Okay, so he's from Atlanta, Delta, and that's Quotenwagner. Yeah, power approach, yeah. Right, no pressure. It's a large aircraft. Oh, it looked large. It's 737, isn't it? Oh, look at that view. Nice. What a view. Come on, now grease it. Looking good. Good job. What a scenery here. Look at that. Nice landing, yeah, indeed. With that background there. Oh. Nice. Okay, so the landing that we did. Let's have a look here. So minus 227. I'm happy with that one, to be honest. So I guess we're going to get a few points deduction here. Where's my score? Hang on, where's my scoring? View. And SAS. Okay, we'll check that in a minute.
Portland traffic, Alaska 235, clear of runway 10 right.
Oh, that's an update. Okay.
Portland traffic,
That's
Delta
nice.
1373 vacated runway.
I'm happy with
10
that, to be honest. I'm happy with that landing rate. Nice. Gorgeous day, gorgeous weather. Look at that. Can we operate the jetway here? Let's check. Oh. Oh. Okay. We would have fitted in there. I thought that wouldn't be big enough there. Okay. No jetways at this gate. Okay, we'll forget about it. We'll forget about it. Anyways, Jacob. Yeah, thanks, Jake, for the help. And thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for watching. And have a great Easter Monday tomorrow. And I shall be back on Wednesday.
Good night, Black Box.
Yeah, so the next day, schedule. Yeah, but yeah, it's on Wednesday, 1600 UTC, and Yeah, nice. I like the MD11. It's nice. Nice add-on. 23 gusts. I mean, that's doable now, isn't it? Unless they have still like 60, 70 knots of wind at 2,000 feet. Then maybe not. My moderators, thanks for being here. Thank you so much. And next week, starting next week, we will be going back again to do some shared flight. Probably even in MSFS 2024. We shall see. Looking forward to it. Cool, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you again very soon. Abiyamar, thank you so much. Let's see.
Good night, black box.
I have to go to bed. So normally I'd love to send you over to Sim Caesar, but yeah, it's past midnight. I have to go to bed. Good night, everyone. Yeah, I'll see you again very soon on Wednesday if you like. See you then. Until then, good night to all of you. Good night, Bilintal. Take care.